Well, hello there, guys. My name is Christopher Lengyel. This is AZ Metro News, and today I've got some great guests from a great organization. It's veterantrashtalk.com. I've got the whole team here, minus their one Civi partner, but we're going to have a discussion today and dive into what this organization is about, what they're doing for veterans, and why you should get involved in helping them achieve their goals. So before we bring them in the show, we've got a nice little video intro for you to watch. So let's roll that and introduce veterantrashtalk.com.
What up, Trash Talkers? It's your boy Dave, trilingual and best looking one of the group. Hey, I'm honored to be part of the VTT team along with my brothers Nick and Joe. We are 100% in the fight to combat soldier suicide, not only by spreading awareness, but by financial means as well. 19 to 22 a day is a tough pill to swallow, and we're not going to stop until we can fix it. The time starts now.
So the question is, why did I want to start Veteran Trash Talk? Very easy question for me to answer. I miss my brothers. That was it. I saw the opportunity. Nick and Dave agreed that there was an opportunity to build a community, and we wanted to do it with the guys we started our military career with. And for me, that was Nick and Dave, and it's been awesome ever since. And we got plenty.
We have to help each other. The veteran community has to take care of its own. So that's what we started this business for. And the only way it's going to succeed is if all of you join us. Join us in our community. Make it the biggest community, the biggest veteran community out there. That way we can take care of each other. We can't look out for help. We have to look in. Suicide rates are up. Push-ups are great. Awareness is great. Action is better. We need to act. Guys, girls, throw your hat in the game. Join the community. Help us out.
Well, hello, guys. How are you doing?
What's up, Chris?
Doing great, Chris. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. Hey, look, I've got a lot of questions, and we've got a little bit of time today. I want to start with Nick. And why did you guys start veterantrashtalk.com? What inspired the whole thing? And give us a little backstory on your why.
Sure. Thanks, Chris, again for having us on and giving us this platform. Oh, by the way, I have to correct you once. We also got Perry, a former paratrooper. He is our IT guy and our designer, helps us out a lot. So, and then we got a bunch of moderators, stuff like that. Joe and I always wanted to start like a sports podcast, and but that's been done, and I've already given him props this week once on an interview, so I'll do it again because I know he needs that confidence boost. He's a little egocentric, but he's like, let's do the veteran line, and I'm like, I don't want to do the veteran thing. And then COVID hit, and we're trying to change the stigma of it's okay to talk about it now. We're all war fighters. We're all Purple Heart recipients, enemy marksmanship badge, whatever you want to call it. It's okay to say stuff about it. And I have a TBI. Dave makes fun of my slurring, says I'm drunk, but actually when I get a little buzzed, I slow down and don't slur as much. I see behavioral health for TBI. I also see it for anger management. I see it for speech therapy, pain management for my back, my knee, everything, shoulders, blah, 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 typical airborne infantry stuff. And well, they took all that away from me with COVID, right? All phone interviews and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, well, I'm active duty and I can pretty much go whenever I want and get therapy. I'm thinking about what are the veterans doing right now? And then, suicides jumped up 30% active, and the veteran community itself is just out of control. So I was playing Zoom and playing poker on Zoom with my buddies. And I'm like, called Joe up. I'm like, Joe, hey man, now's the time, dude. And we started it because for our own therapy. And he was right, bringing in the veteran community. Let's actually do something about it. And so we started it just to talk to each other, just to talk trash to each other and give each other shit because that's what we do. And, it was super therapeutic. And that's why it went really viral on Facebook when we started our group. We have our professional podcast page. And then we started a group where people could just come on and post. And it was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal how we got it going and fired up, and it was working. It's saving lives But again, it was for therapy. So that's what that was.
You know, and I want to comment on that. I'm a veteran myself. I stumbled across this page. I don't know how. I was just scrolling and it came up and I joined. And at first I was like, okay, this is just another trash talk page. I'll join it. I'll get down with that. I like hanging out with veteran community. But then I saw something very unique and interesting happen. And what I saw was a complete 180 degree shift on the Facebook page where you'd have veterans having a good time, talking crap, roasting each other and enjoying it. And then the next post would be a vet that's in really a bad mental place and they really need help. And then I saw some posts have hundreds of comments of phone numbers reaching out, direct message sent, and you know, kind of digitally hugging this person to say, hey, we're here for you. Don't do anything permanent right now in this moment. And let's help you get through this and get you to the right places of help. So who can talk to me a little bit about the how you guys are doing everything and how this all works? Because I know it just didn't start overnight where, you know, you just threw this page up. It's been hard to navigate and, you know, getting the veteran community to understand you can't have the a-hole on the post that needs help, you know, still trash talking like that. That's not the place for it anymore. So talk to me, how does that happen on your organization? How do you manage all that?
Hey, Chris, hey, Joe, let me lead you into that. We kind of came up with a saying of, like I said earlier, that the stigma of it's not okay to talk about it, that's dumb. And we have the saying of get your demon out. You're the one that can defeat it, but you need help with it. Put it out so that the whole community can help. And together as a community, we'll fix everything. We'll fix you because we're all there for you. So Joe handles a lot of that. And that's like I said, get the demon out. Let us crush it together.
Well, let's hear it, Joe.
Yeah. That honestly was the biggest driving factor for me when we started this thing. Is it's absolutely the thing that's different about us, the separator. Okay, there's several, but I'm saying we're the only ones doing this, where the page is literally, it's like the old hair club for men. You know, I'm not only president, I'm a client. Like, we literally get therapy from talking to our brothers, and you get that therapy from seeing somebody that was you a year ago, and it's like, okay, I've been there. I've been down that road and I'm here. All right. It's my job to help him get to where I'm at if he's willing to help himself. So for me, these guys and I went through a really pretty action-packed deployment together. And that iron sharpens iron, and it bonded us together in a way that there was a hole in my life because we weren't checking in with each other. And I immediately, a side of me woke up when we started this. Now, keep in mind, we started it to give ourselves a platform to just come and talk. Well, all of a sudden, there was this thing waking up inside of me, this veteran, and I realized I came to peace with something. That part doesn't have to go away. You may have had bad experiences, but talking to Nick every day and talking to Dave every day, making new contacts like Perry Houchins and Bill Pearson. And, you know, I knew who Buddy Beckwith was, but all these people, we banded together, and I realized, man, I'm fired up. I'm working more than I ever have before, and I'm loving it. Like, it's so fulfilling. So I call it veteran on veteran therapy. When these guys are in crisis and we come running, it doesn't take them long to realize these guys are in this fight too, not just with me, but they're fighting their own fight, because a veteran can spot a poser in seconds, and they know that we're for real and that we've been through this. So when they see these guys who started this company still fighting that fight, saying, hey man, I go to a shrink, you know, I do this is what I do for my therapy, and I give a shit about you. I care what happens to you. You know, if something happens to you, it'll wreck my day. So much for you feeling worthless, because you're worth something to me if you're worth something to nothing else. And that resonates with them, and it translates, and people buy in, and we have saved lives. And it was so powerful to see. And I almost loved listening to you explain it, Chris, to see somebody from that other side that sees it exactly the same way we did. When these people come in, they buy in. It works. It works. And there were so many silent observers, like Staff Sergeant Bailey, that watched the page and loved the page, but didn't feel the need to comment because they got what they needed from it. And we lost him while our page was down.
Yeah, we did.
And I would feel remiss not to mention the fact that this man loved our page. I did not know him personally. Nick did. But that kind of thing, it leaves a scar that leaves us our focus is at a low rolling boil, and it's not going anywhere. Like that is permanent damage that's been done that we can't fix. So go ahead.
Let me bring something up real quick, because if I didn't harp on it, I want to make something clear for people that are watching right now. This page is a page that is for veterans. So if you're not a vet or active duty, it's probably not somewhere that you want to be.
No, Chris, let me cut you off.
Well, not our page. Not our page.
Off, Chris. Yeah, we welcome civilians as well.
Okay.
In order to grow this community, everybody needs to be a part of it.
We need them. We need them to be part of it.
The issue as well. Yeah. So.
Okay, so that's clarifying. But where I was going with that is, you had the ability to directly intervene with almost 30,000 people on your Facebook group, and 36,000 people on your Facebook group, and then overnight they decided to pretty much delete that. You had to start over, and in that time, someone that liked the page didn't make it. They're not here anymore. And that's I could consider that a direct result from the censorship and a company that didn't know what was going on stopping something, and it didn't have to happen. That's the most clearest way I can picture this. Is there any other possibility?
And if that makes people cringe, then congratulations, you're a good person. All right. It should make you cringe. Okay.
Right.
We're not here to declare war and point fingers of blame. We are here to state facts, and we will argue our point to a position where you can't argue it with logic. And what we were doing was helping veterans, and we are one veteran less because we were hampered in our ability to create that connection. When that connection was taken, you got to understand, some of these guys are dealing with TBIs, like Nick said.
Right.
Some of them are old school. We had a guy, Nick, did we not have a Korean War vet that posted? Was it Korean?
Yeah,
okay.
Korean War vet.
Yeah.
So we've got him all the way from there to here. What are you going to tell that man who's that old school and was actually compromised enough to even get on Facebook? Hey, now you got to redo the whole thing. We lost traction with so many of those people, and we're not saying we 100% are that just woke us up. All right, that was the punch. That was the punch that woke us up. Fine, we'll build it back, but. Yes, that stung in the moment, and it did hamper our ability to help, and we are one veteran less. I'm not necessarily saying 100% because of it, but we are after it.
Right.
Let me hit on something there as well for everybody that's watching and listening. We kept the politics off the page as well. We steered away from politics, obviously anything racist, sexist, and that's why our community grew. We had some, I call them knuckleheads on the group that, didn't want to conform or didn't like what we were posting, or, wanted to have their own way. And there's plenty of other groups for that. But our group got taken down. Maybe it's the algorithms that Facebook doesn't understand, little keywords. We've been, we were attacked by Facebook, or a moderator alert for calling a Marine devil dog. We all know that's what you call the Marines, so it is very frustrating, but that's why our community was growing, because we kept the politics out. We kept the crazy stuff out. And now that Vietnam vet, that just got on Facebook every morning drinking his coffee because he loved the memes and the trash talk, does not have that anymore. And it's saddening. It definitely is saddening, but we're not going to stop. We're going to keep moving. You've woken a sleeping giant now.
That's our rocket fuel.
Correct.
Yeah, and Joe brought up Staff Sergeant Bailey. He was when I was a first sergeant of an infantry company. We have a mortar section, 60s, right? And Sergeant Bailey at the time was my section sergeant. And then when I took over HHC, now I get the big guns. And then he was a section leader there as well. And then he PCS'd. to Fort Bliss, and he contacted me. He goes, "Hey, are you at Bliss?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just got here." And he was like, "I love your site." And this was about 3.5 weeks ago. "I love your site." And I was like, because of our general restrictions, we're not allowed to hang out right now. And I was like, "Hey man, what's the general list order? Let's hang out, man. Let's have a beer and chat." He's like, "Absolutely." And then I got the news, that he killed himself, a couple miles away from me. And he bought a shirt. He loved our community. It was freaking heartbreaking. If you watched me on my Saturday Night Live, you could see I was heartbroken. Still am.
And it's happening daily. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's and that's the thing, Chris. Like I said, we're not here to wage war, but if anybody thinks that that will be waiver in our commitment, that will be stifled by this. Yeah, it's difficult. Yes, it's an obstacle, but obstacles are something that these guys look forward to, go around, go through, and that's what we plan on doing, because as we always say, the mission has not stopped. The mission is still on, and we are here to be a voice for the voiceless. We are here to be a mind for those that have been damaged and cannot think for themselves. We're here to help veterans lead them in the right way. Excuse me, I'm getting caught on my words, but lead them in the right direction. In those moments when guys think that's it. The last doctor has freaking ignored me. The last one of my phone calls has gone unheard. The last person has done me wrong. I'm going to show them all. If they think that low of me, I'm going to show them what this world's like without me. And I guarantee you that is something that goes through these guys' heads. And anybody that says they haven't thought that way when they were down isn't quite being honest with themselves. It's a demon that creeps into people's heads, and they need to know that one, excuse me for saying this, it's bullshit. There's people that would be devastated, whose lives would never be the same without them. And they need to know that. They also need to know what they're worth, and they also need to know no one's going to give it to them. If that's what they believe they're worth, they need to go get it, and we'll help them. But they also need to help themselves. Still got me, gents?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right, I lost the mic with my other camera. So I had to downgrade the quality for once. I don't know why that happens with the internet and everything going on. But I do have two more questions, and I want to get to those. But first, I have to put a sponsored message in. So I want to take a brief moment to hear from our sponsors. And then I want to hear what's next. Where are we going next with this, and how do we get people involved to really see how they can impact and help you guys achieve those subscribers, get to that next level, and really see this community grow, so that way it doesn't happen again. Let's get you guys self-sustainable and make sure that you're not relying on Facebook, Google, and some of these other large companies to make the business solution happen. So I think that everyone should get behind this and support. But let's hear a message from our supporters, and we'll ask that and get the answer to that just here in a minute. All right?
You got it.
Start your day the Hempful way. Hempful Farms is a family-owned and operated hemp business with a full range of products to offer you, your family, and your furry friends. We believe in making a natural alternative product affordable to everyone. All of our organic products are third-party tested and a great alternative to many pharmaceuticals. Visit us online or any of our retail stores to learn more. Start your day the Hempful way. Hempful Farms.
Thanks for listening to that message from our sponsors, Hempful Farms and DCM Media. Great people to get CBD from for video production if you need it. And so let's jump back into this topic here today. And the next question is going to be, what's next? Where do you go from here? And what are your plans to, right now it's in a low. I feel the low. I'm sad. Like I'm trying not to cry because of, it hurts me in the depths of my heart that we're still losing people, and there's solutions there, and the connections are not being able to be made, not because of our own faults, but because of the world that we live in and these other companies at times that are they're making things difficult. So what's your next step for getting these getting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which we all know is big. It helps get, the funding in there. So, David, why don't you tell us a little bit about that and what the next steps are for, VTT and the veterantrashtalk.com?
Yeah, absolutely. And like Nick mentioned, we're all warriors. So a little bit of resiliency has to come into play. So obviously we're pretty devastated when they shut down our group, but we're definitely not going to stop. We're available on all kinds of platforms. Obviously, we have a professional podcast page on Facebook as well, which everybody can look up, and you can comment on that page. Because let me rewind real quick. We started a new group, but Facebook took off commenting in that group as well. So we don't know what's going on. We can't comment in there. We're on TikTok as well. Nick and I are still trying to figure out TikTok. Maybe we're a little too old for it, but seems to be working. Seems to be working. We're on Spotify, Apple Music. We're on Instagram as well, and then obviously YouTube. We just welcome everybody to come on our YouTube and just watch some of our episodes, okay? Because not only the Stop Soldier Suicide, Stop Veteran Suicide, we also promote veteran-owned businesses, okay? So if you're a veteran out there, and you're running your own business, you're running a shop, we'll promote you for free. You come on our show, you come on the Trash Talk Hour, we have a lot of fun. We discuss stuff, and then we promote you as well. So YouTube is probably the big one. If anybody who's watching us can go on there, give us a subscribe, give us a like, that would definitely help our movement out a lot.
And Dave, tell them about the store.
Absolutely. ShopVeteranTrashTalk.com. Okay, I think you're going to put the link in there anyway later. We have a bunch of merchandise. We have all these amazing tees, okay? Proceeds from every sale go towards Stop Soldier Suicide, okay, who are partnered with.
Right.
And then we have this amazing button that we came up with. It's actually a toy. I don't have it on me because I'm TDY in Tucson right now. Joe has it, and you can hit it. It's got 12 military.
Turn it on, Joe.
Turn it on, Joe. Turn it on.
Low, plug your ears.
This thing's going to go viral.
Let me break it down Barney style. Move yourself. That's right. Face, lottie-dottie, everybody. Get to this right here is a fucking soup sandwich. Fix it. Coming, but the butter kick.
There's a few F-bombs in there, so I wanted to roll through them. But you can take your earmuffs out, Lo.
PTSD, if you're out of the military and you're listening to it. But
hey, Chris, can I explain the store real quick?
Go for it. And and by the way, before you start, Nick, I just shared both of these links in the comments for everyone watching. So if you want to check out their YouTube channel and help them get to the next 100, literally, I think you need 100 subscribers left, not even. Correct. And you're going to be past that 1,000. So you're right at that.
I think it's like 15.
Let's get them to 1,000 subscribers.
No, we need 9.
9 people?
9.
Yeah.
Look, if the 3 people watching right now aren't subscribers, you better go smash the button and help them get to that 1,000. And also I posted the shop. So if you just saw that button, which I know is going to be on my desk sometime in the near future, you should buy one because I'm going to buy one.
They're $15. They're $15. They're a great conversation starter. They're beautiful little side gift, for
any
birthday or whatever for any veteran. But remember, parts of all of our proceeds go to Stop Soldier Suicide. They're a great charity, or 501, right, Nick? They're 501c.
So that's a good.
They're great not-for-profit in Durham. So part of our proceeds we donate to them, and we're actually, Nick, tell them about the fundraiser you're doing.
Well, I don't know what fundraiser you're talking about.
What are you talking about? What you trying to? We're trying to do a golf one on there, were we not?
All right, here. Let me explain the store. So there's a stigma amongst the veteran community that you can't be for profit, and like you have to be a 501c. Now, those are people that just don't understand business. It's okay. It's okay to be ignorant about it. All right, because we're ignorant about a lot of things too. Everybody is. You could do a lot more when you're for profit. You can make a lot more money when you're for profit. There's a lot of things you don't have to worry about when you're for profit.
Right.
Now, the beauty of our community that we established is that we don't deserve any real credit for what happens in the community because the community is who handles it. It could be anybody at any time. Now, our end state where we want to get, I always hit people on this, that the English language is very linear and they think that this will stop this will stop that. All right. As opposed to looking at the whole system. And we have a sponsor who does muscle work and he treats veterans for free, Ventura Training and Athletics. And, if your shoulder hurts, you'd be surprised when you go see him. He won't touch your shoulder. All right. He's going to look at your hips. He's going to look at your, your knees. It could be starting down in your foot, right? That's could be where all that shock is coming up from a bad planner, So it's a whole system you have to look at. So the whole system of treating veteran suicide, one, we'll never get it to zero. I think that's an impossible goal. But we definitely can get it below the national average. That's a reasonable goal.
100%.
And
However,
stuff like that.
However, it's a system. It's not just one thing. It's not, we need to get these guys work.
Right.
Or we need to help out with their brain. Or we need to help out with that. The whole system needs to fix. It's not more money. It's not the VA's fault.
Nope.
Right. The VA has a part of it for sure. Right. But we are the ones that can fix it. We are the ones that, as a system, hey, I know a guy who has a business in Arizona. I know a guy who's hiring in Washington. I know a guy who will treat your injury for free.
Right.
Because the community is going to send you all that way. The store is important because what we want to do with like outings, like camping trips, beer pong tournaments, golf fundraisers, all that kind of stuff. It costs money, people. It's like and instead of doing it once every 3 months because we're waiting on a donor, why can't you buy the brand, be part of the community, and then we just blow it up? Like
build
we'll
it
have
yourself.
mountain houses, beach houses, take your platoon there, take your squad there, like have a reunion with your boys, your girls, whatever. The whole system has to change. It's not just one thing. So that's what the store is very important.
Yeah. I agree with you in the essence. You said some very important things here that I think is important to kind of clarify. Nonprofit does not mean you can't make a profit. Some people don't even know that. So, I'm a for-profit company. Our organization that I run is a for-profit company. I see a better opportunity as a profitable company to be able to make systematic change, even in the nonprofits. It's a faster track to being able to financially solve some of these issues. So I think you guys are right on par with the direction that you're going. We're running out of time today for this interview. So I want to thank you guys for each being here. And from the bottom of my heart, whatever we can do to support you, VeteranTrashTalk.com, on all of my networks that I own from my company, I'm on board to help and support you guys in whatever way that looks like it's going to help out. So thank you each for what you do. And I hope more people go and subscribe to your show right after watching this one.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks a lot for having us, Chris. Hey, shop the brand. We'll build this thing together.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's all the time we have today. This was a great show. Hearing from VeteransTrashTalk.com. Head to their website, buy some of their gear, head over to the Facebook while it's still up, and let's do our part by supporting some of these businesses that are truly getting in the trenches on this 22-a-day suicide number. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of seeing the struggle. I'm tired of seeing these big tech companies get in the way of the solution. So if you know someone that needs support, whether they're a veteran or civilian, head them over to VeteranTrashTalk.com, get them involved with the community, and learn how they are making the systemic change right from their own podcast, internet, website, and all of the channels that they're still able to use. So my name is Chris Lengyel. This is AZ Metro News, and we will see you next time.